London. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak says he will take measures to overturn the convictions more than 900 post office branch managers wrongly accused of theft or because of faulty computer system. Wednesday's announcement follows a TV docudrama about misconduct that generated massive public support for former postmasters who spent years trying to win back lives devastated by the scandal. This is one of the greatest miscarriages of justice in our nation's history, Sunak said. The lives and reputations of people who worked hard to serve their communities were destroyed through absolutely no fault of their own. Victims must receive justice and compensation. Lawmakers said they would pay compensation to those convicted. Some also called for those responsible for this wrong to be brought to justice. Things to know about the scandal: the state-owned post office argued that Horizon was trustworthy and accused branch managers of, between 2000 and 2014, nearly 900 postal workers falsely accused of theft and false accounting. Some of them were convicted, imprisoned, while others forced into bankruptcy. In total, more than 2,000 people were affected by the scandal. Some committed or attempted suicide. A group of postal workers took legal action against the post office in 2016. 3 years later, the High Court in London ruled that Horizon contained a number of errors and defects, and that the post office knew there were serious problems with it. Reliability of the system. The failures in investigation and disclosure were so egregious as to render prosecution any of Horizon cases an affront to conscience. Court Judge Timothy Holroyde said. Post Office Minister Kevin Hollinrake said only 95 convictions had been overturned to date. Why now? A government minister claimed that this moment of reckoning was already approaching. But the episode was turbocharged by a 4-part TV docudrama that aired on January 1, fueling public outrage, sparking days of bruising headlines about the scandal and prompting a swift response from lawmakers. ITV show Mr. Bates vs. Post Office told the story of branch manager Alan Bates, played by Toby Jones, who spent almost 2 decades uncovering scandal and exonerating his colleagues. Despite hundreds of news stories about court hearings and ongoing public inquiry over years, program, watched by millions, has rapidly increased support for victims of injustice. Police last week launched an investigation into possible charges of perjury and perverting the course of justice resulting from investigations and prosecutions by the post office. More than 1 million people have signed an online petition calling for former post office chief executive Paula Vennells to lose her title Commander of the Order the British Empire, which she received in 2018. She said she would give up the honor by the end of Tuesday. The post office is state-owned with independent franchise operators. Branch owners and employees often lived in